Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just I'm playing Dragon Quest 11 Echoes of Inner Rage. I accidentally pressed the button, which instantly started the episode, which I didn't want to. But here I am nonetheless.
Where am I? How did I get here? I can't remember a thing. Ah! Jings! Is that... No, it can't be. It is. It's her. Fresh from the pages of the Ogler's Digest, and large as life. I haven't the first clue what's going on around these parts. But I reckon I could do worse than ask a lassie here. Well, Rab, what are you waiting for? She'll no hang around forever while you pluck up what little courage you have left. Yoo-hoo! Have you a moment to spare for a sweet, harmless old man, hen?
Herbalist. Award for using herbal items at least 20 times. Wow.
Hey? What just happened?
Come on!
This can't be. But it is. It's Dundrasil, just as it once was.
Looking sharp, Your Majesty.
Ah, my old robes. But how? What in the world's going on? Would you care to enlighten me, lassie?
Walk this way.
My bonny-haired pal headed off in the direction of the throne room. Assuming this is the real Dunderstill Castle, that is. Well, that's as good a place as any to head for, I suppose. I'll see what the folks on the way have to say for themselves. I love his running animation. Oh, what's the matter, Your Majesty? You look like you've seen a ghost. Anyway, shouldn't you be heading for the throne room? You've an important audience, as I understand it. If you're late, the Chief Minister will have your guts regardless. I'm busy, Your Majesty. When you've finished whatever it is you're doing, let's play hide and seek again. If I'm good and practice hard, I'll grow up to be as big and strong as Sir Erin one night, Your Majesty. Yes, I knew it. I can't wait to grow up now. Hello. Allow me to save, because that's my explanation. Right. So the throne room is through that door over there. If you head inside and turn left, you'll find... Oh, it's you, Your Majesty. Well, you don't need me telling you your way around your own palace. You'll have to forgive me. I'm new here, you see. So he's finally summoned the courage to do it, has he? Oh, Your Majesty, I didn't see you there. I hope you're keeping well. I've heard he's finally going to do it. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Oh, Your Majesty, we were just discussing... nothing. Nothing at all. Long live King Robert. Your Majesty, is it my imagination, or is your crown particularly resplendent today? It sets off your regal whiskers to a T. Your Majesty, I have to compliment you on your fine choice of cloaks. When you've picked a day, it radiates authority like no other's business. Ah, there you are, Your Majesty. I've been looking for you everywhere. You must remember me telling you that you had an important audience scheduled. It's almost time. Hurry on over to the throne and prepare yourself. Anything else? Yeah, it's just people blocking the way.
I trust you are well, Father.
Eleanor, Erwin, it really is you. And you're young again. What's going on?
Your Majesty, please forgive my insolence in seeking a personal audience with you today. I come before you not as the head of the Princess's Honor Guard, but as my own man.
What? I mean, very well. State your business.
You see, the thing is, I wish to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage.
Erwin.
And though I am but a soldier, and all too aware of my own lowly position, nevertheless, I must persist. For there is one thing of which I am certain. My sword arm is steadfast, and my heart unwavering. There is no man alive who will love, honor, and protect your daughter as I can. Your Majesty, I place my fate in your hands. Will you allow me to continue to serve and protect your daughter? Not as the head of her honor guard, but as her dutiful and loving husband.
I can hardly turn you down after that little performance, can I, laddie? And to tell you the truth, I always had an inkling you two might one day be wed.
Oh, Father.
It's up to you now, Erwin. Don't disappoint me. You hear?
Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you.
Hooray! Congratulations! Hooray! Well done.
Huh? Huh? Crivens! Where do you spring from, lassie? And where's everybody gone?
Did you enjoy your little trip down memory lane? Well, it's not over yet.
Master, is everything alright? You're looking a wee bit befuddled, if you didn't mind me saying so. Was that you say Queen Eleanor and King Erwin lost forevermore? Ah, come on. It's the nerves talking, that's all. Speaking of nerves, the father-to-be seems more than a little jumpy himself. He went flying to the, out of the throne room not long ago like a man possessed. Achoo. Forgive me, Your Majesty. The maid who brings your dinner dropped a pot of pepper and now I can't stop sneezing. I just hope none of it drifts into the Queen's room. Sure, she's having a hard enough time of it already. File of Sage's elixir. An old diary of Rab. Ever since the day I ceded the throne to young Erwin, the lad has poured his heart and soul into making Dundersill the greatest kingdom it can possibly be. He was never raised as royalty, and I must admit I shared some of my subjects' doubts about whether or not he was truly suited to rule at first. But now I know I made the right choice. He soon gained their trust and respect, and mine as well. The entire nation is united behind him. My dearest Eleanor has made a very fine choice of husband indeed, which means I can go on with enjoying my retirement. Let me go and put that Sage elixir in my inventory. Just in case. And there's somebody blocking that door, so... There you are, Lord Robert. I was hoping I might have the chance to speak with you about something before the child was born. Before the child was born? Well now. So it's the day of my grandson's birth, is it? No, there's the thing. Your Majesty? Sorry, lad, you were saying there was something you wanted to discuss? Aye, it's a child's name. I've been having trouble thinking of anything suitable. So much trouble that it's been distracting me from everything else, if I'm honest. I was wondering if you might see your way to reprising your role as a king for a wee while, so I can have some time to think it over? Sure. Thank you so much. You'll not have much to do. You'll not have much to do, yeah, I promise. There are just 2 items on the agenda for today. The first is something you're not more than used to, receiving those who seek a royal audience and giving them counsel. The Chief Minister will be on hand to help you with the most pressing issues. The second is to make the rounds to the castle and assist anyone who needs your aid. The idea of the king aiding his subjects directly was of course something you yourself initiated during your reign. I'll be by the fountain downstairs. It's where I do my best thinking. Once you've taken care of the day's business, please come and find me. I'm truly grateful to you for agreeing to this. Okay. Your Majesty, the king has apprised me of the situation. If you'd be so kind as to take the seat on the throne when you're ready to begin discharging your royal duties. We're welcoming visitors from the other kingdoms and dealing with various matters of state, both trivial and momentous. King Erwin will be deeply grateful for any assistance you can offer, I'm sure. And speaking personally, it will be a pleasure to work with you again, Your Majesty. Now, let us commence with today's itinerary. As you know, your role is to hear out those who come before you and use your wisdom to give counsel as the representative of the Crown of Dungersville. Your Majesty, let me express to you my gratitude for granting me this audience. I've travelled all the way from the kingdom of Sniffelheim to seek it. The matter I wish to bring before you today has been greatly exercising the ruler of my land. He very much desires to seek the counsel of the Crown of Dungersville, paragon of peace and prosperity. Go on. Regards the royal treasure that has been handed down from generation to generation of our royal line. It is known as a blue orb, and alas, it has vanished, presumed stolen. King Gustav has used every means at his disposal to try to identify the thief and recover this most precious heirloom, but to no avail. However, a list of likely culprits have been identified, 4 to be precise. Sadly, there is enough insufficient evidence to conclusively identify the thief, and so we find ourselves in an impasse. So you need to whittle down your list of suspects, but you have no clear means by which to do so. Alright, let's have a wee think. The first thing is to identify the likely motive. What reason might a person have to want to make to get their mitts on a blue orb? For the money. A treasure like that would bring in a pretty penny, I warrant you. Aye. That'll be why the thief did it now. Next, to consider the matter of means, you can't just walk in off the street and help yourself to the pride of the royal treasure house. Or the royal treasure house. So what kind of person could have done it? A master of disguise? Aye, that'll be it. The thief must have disguised himself as a guard or such like and strolled right in. Right in without anyone looking at him twice, which leads me to conclude that our culprit is an experienced professional thief. Go back and line up your suspects. Tell them that the orb they stole was a fake, and whoever took it must have been an amateur and a fool. Any innocent party will surely see the funny side, but one person certainly won't crack a smile. The veteran whose skills you've called into question. A marvelous display of deductive reasoning, Your Majesty. With your blessing, I shall return to Sniffelheim and inform King Gustav of your counsel. This is your final judgment on the matter, I take it? Here. King of Sniffelheim owes you a great debt, Your Majesty. I shall journey back there immediately and share your shrewd insights with the king. Must commend you on your wise counsel, Lord Robert. Your advice will doubtlessly lead to the unmasking of the rogues who stole the treasure. Now, shall we move on to the next matter? Very good, Your Majesty. Then without further delay, let me present you with the next problem requiring your attention. The Sultan of Gallopolis salutes the mighty king of Dungeonsville and all his people, and sends this, a missive pinned by his most exalted hand. Your Majesty, I trust that this message finds you well. Word of the continued triumph and glories of your kingdom reaches us on a daily basis. In truth, I write seeking your counsel for this very reason. As you may know, the Sultanate has suffered a prolonged heatwave. The land is parched, and we fear for this year's harvest. As ruler of a realm of plenty, I beseech you, share with us the secrets of your prosperity, that we might avert disaster. I await your reply by return of rider. Your humble servant, the Sultan of Gallopolis. Message ends there. I do not wish to presume to pressure you, Your Majesty, but His Excellency the Sultan was most desirous of his swift response. It sounds like they've got themselves in a pretty pickle over there, eh? Well, I'd better see what I can do to help them, can't I? Drought preservation advice, eh? Can't say it's a problem I've ever faced over this way, if I'm honest. Let's start with the basics, shall we? If I'm to write a reply, I'll need to decide on the tone of the letter first. somewhat stern, or unflailingly gracious? Unflailingly gracious. That's probably the best way to go. Now, to the tricky part. What to do in a draw? Let's weigh up the options. Let's think outside the box. Right, that's it. I've got it. Quick, take this down before I forget it. My dear Sultan, I understand your kingdom is suffering a bout of searingly hot weather. No doubt sales of ice cream and swimsuits are going through the roof. Of course, I do not wish to make light of your predicament. I simply wish to show you that by changing the way you think about something, you can turn a crisis into an opportunity. But I suggested that you inspire your people to think of radical new ways of cooling down, leave it to their imaginations, and see what they come up with. Hopefully it will involve swimsuits, and lots of them. That's the one. Got that all written up in your best fancy handwriting on one of those nice scrolls? Marvelous missive, your majesty. If you don't mind me saying, now just to confirm, you're happy for me to write down what you just said and send it off to the Sultan? Excellent, we'll send it to Gallopolis with the rider right away. Now, shall we have them sent in the next visitor? Very good, your majesty. Now, without further delay, we'll present you with the next problem that requires your attention. Ay, ay, ay. As I'm sure you're aware, there are pugilistic tournaments held regularly in the town of Octagonia, where fighters from all four corners of the world compete to prove their worth. Naturally, there is no shortage of young hopefuls keen to represent Dundersill in the next grand event of this kind. To that end, I wish to represent you with our kingdom's 3 final candidates. Who better than a fighting man like yourself, Lord Robert, to assess their potential? If it pleases your majesty, could you step forward and pick one you might think might be the champion in the making? Typical discerning choice, your majesty. This fellow is blessed with that rarest of fighting talents, luck. He's made it through all of his qualifying bouts without conceding a round. I'm afraid I'm not exactly brimming with confidence, your majesty. If you pick me, I'll cross my fingers really hard and hope for the best. So come on, what do you say? Fine choice, majesty. I know the starting out sort of champs for the chaff. Your pick is brimming with brute strength. He can shred steel with his bare hands. You're picking me, are you? Yeah, that's pure dead brilliant. That is. You won't regret it. My opponents will though. So we're good to go, eh? An interesting choice indeed, your majesty. This was a real wild one. Without a shred of decency or compassion for his fellow fighters, an animal who will stop at nothing to achieve victory. I can't bear some of the things people say about me, you know. I'm not that bad, honestly, so are you going to choose me or what? I'll just grin and bear it. I think I'm gonna pick this guy. Amazing, I won't lay you down, I promise. I'll tear those daft in, yes. And then from them and the Dundersill proud, just you wait and see. Marvelous work, your majesty. Just to confirm, you're happy to send this one? Yes. I'm happy to report this concludes all your royal duties for today. Those here in the throne room at least. But as I believe King Erwin mentioned, there may be troubled souls elsewhere in the kingdom who require your assistance. May I suggest you take a little stroll around the grounds? Oh, but before you depart, allow me to say that it was an absolute pleasure to witness you at work today. Truly, it has been far too long. It's safe to say your kingly judgment is as sharp as it ever was. I can't wait until I learn of all the mistakes that I made. Now, somebody had some issues with Pepper over here. Can I fix this for them? Swap none of it just over to Master, the Queen needs some quiet and rest now, and plenty of it. I know we want to see her, but please, give her some space. Let me go and save. Well, I spam my save button. My confirm button. It's my favorite thing to do. Right. King Erwin and Queen Eleanor always look so happy. Well, that's true love for you. Wish it could happen to me, but I suppose it's hoping for too much. Oh, I can't wait for the wee tape to be born. I'm getting that excited. You'd think it was my own flesh and blood. Really? We're showing off our feet, everything, get a new rival. There's right next in the line of thrones. Just roughing around, but I have a wee problem I'd very much like to ask your advice about. The truth is, there's someone in the castle who's caught my eye, but I just can't muster the courage to tell her how I feel. Anyway, I had an idea, and I know it sounds like I'm out of my tree, but what if they got flowers delivered by one other than yourself? I reckon they'd be over the moon. So what do you say? You'll do it, really? Wow! I didn't know what to say. You're a star. Oh, before I forget, here they are. Now, how can I begin to describe my true love, my peach, the apple of my eye, and captor of my heart? Well, they're in a castle. They're wearing green. Oh, and they've got red hair. Good luck. So they're wearing green and have red hair. This old lady? I seem to remember it being like this. Giving this to me, Your Majesty? Aye, but enough for me. A young guard asked me to give him to you. Well, I don't know what I've done to deserve this, but I'd better thank that fine fellow. Happen to know where he is? Oh boy. Hate to break it to you, Majesty, but you delivered the flowers to the wrong person. But every cloud had a silver lining and all that. I ended up speaking to the person you gave them to, so I could explain the mix-up, and it turns out she's my long-lost mother. Oh, it's all to you, Mister, Your Majesty. If you hadn't agreed to do me this favor, my God, it's difficult for me to read, I might have gone to the grave without ever seeing my mom again. Words can you express how grateful I am, but maybe this can. She's a pretty something or other. May I say that it's been a privilege to see you working your magic, Your Majesty, serving you, your family, and all the people of Dungeons. It's truly an honor. Right. And that should be it, I think. I've just a second managed to come up with the perfect name for this new baby at last. Without you, wouldn't have had the time to properly mull it over. You've no idea how much of a help you've been. So we're both finished with our business for today. Why don't we head back to the throne room and wait for the good news. We also go and fill in my glass of soda.
Your Majesty, Lord Robert, the new arrival is here.
Already?
Congratulations, Your Majesty. It's a beautiful, bouncing baby boy.
A boy.
Look, Erwin.
Oh, he's a fine wee chappie. And what a set of lungs! We'd better hurry up and give him a name before he screams the place down.
Aye.
We were wondering what you thought about Erdrick.
Oh, it's beautiful. It sounds clever and brave and... yes. But I've rather set my heart on something else, you know? What do you think of this for a name?
Oh, well, it's nice, but it wouldn't exactly be my first choice.
But if that's the name you've chosen, my love, then that's the name he shall have. Mighty Yggdrasil has blessed us with this beautiful boy. And from this day forth, he shall be known as...
That is such a nice thing. That they did.
Oh, Father.
Sorry about that, love.
Never mind that. Why don't you give your grandson a cuddle?
Hello, wee one. I'm your grandpa. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh. What the?
Having fun?
How are you doing this? These places, these memories, they feel so real.
Alright, time to go and loot some cabinets and read some books. A diamond, nice. The Book of Erdwin, Chapter 1, Song of Beginnings. World Tree's gift, first of many, bold, bright, blessed luminary. Thy light doth a shadow cast, lo, the dark one, bleak, black, fast. Chapter 2, Song of Prayer. World's trees afoot. A plea, a prayer. Ringeth through the mountain air. Baby's born, trees will reveal. Serenica, luminary shield. The book is filled with many more such important sounding poems. Rab carefully closes it. Why is it so quiet? Making me go all the way around. Where'd everybody go? Can't you left without telling me, can they?
What's all this then?
Happy birthday, Grandpa!
Get away! It's you!
Well done, big man!
Congratulations!
Surprise! You didn't suspect a thing, did you? We all worked extra hard to keep it a secret.
Happy birthday, Lord Robert. We've had Gondolia's finest patissiers working day and night on your cake here. I trust it will be to your taste.
Many happy returns, Father. May you live a long and joyful life, watching your grandson grow into a fine young man.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Congratulations, Your Highness. The people of Dundrasil are eternally grateful for all you've done to make this such a happy and peaceful place to live.
Hear, hear! And we'll do everything we can to keep it happy and peaceful under King Erwin too.
Oh, that's my boys.
Aye, and a great big happy birthday to you from all the lads and lassies in the tavern, eh?
Dinna forget to send word when you've a new addition or two to the royal collection of gentlemen's periodicals, will you, big man?
My people. Oh, how I love them.
You're not crying, are you, Grandpa? Is something the matter?
No, laddie. Everything's perfect. Just perfect.
Oh boy, that's a lot of people. Yeah, my mate saw the finest fires in Octagonian. We came to wish you an happy birthday, Your Own Highness. Oh, and if you're wondering who let the likes of us crash your party, it was that big lunkus you sent off to represent Dunderson in the tournament all them years ago. Is a credit to your kingdom, it really is. Hope you don't mind, but I wanted to see the man who picked the fighter who represented Dunderson all those years ago. The guy's a good friend of mine. Now, you see? I didn't see it at first myself, but you chose a bloke with limitless potential. I don't know if anyone's ever told you this before, but you've got a rare eye for folks in their strength. Many happy returns, Your Majesty. I brought some of my fighting mates from Octagon to help you celebrate in style. Oh, and I wanted to thank you again for picking me tea. Me to represent Dundersil in the ring. I'm only sorry I didn't manage to come back with the trophy. Guess I wasn't quite as tough as I thought. Still, I learned a lot from my experience at the School of Art Nox, and now I'm a half decent grappler, if I never do say so myself, and I owe it all to you. For giving me my next break. Or my new break, whatever. Munch munch. Serving you was the single greatest honor in my life. Lord Robert. Aye, then Dundersil's future is assured. I mean, with Lord Robert, King Urban, and young Fred, how can we go wrong? You're truly an inspiration to all of us. You never guess whose great idea it was to make a cake this big. Not in your pride and joy. You're the coolest dancer you will ever meet. The Snow Girls. Frosty reception guaranteed, so Lord Howard, what do you say? Would you like to celebrate your birthday in style? Sure. I feel a cold front approaching. Close your eyes and stay frosty. Here we go. Come, let me cool your fevered brow. Hold still and I will show you how. And a blast of delightfully icy air. So, how are you feeling, Your Highness? Suitably chilled, I hope? I do hope there are no icicles on your eyelashes. The heartiest of happy birthdays to you, old friend. Thundersil has always been a friend to Colopolis. We owe you a great debt for the help you offered when we needed when we were beset by drought. Your idea of devising new ways for my people to cool down was inspiring. Or was inspired. Whatever. It led to a new dance craze that helped everyone keep spirits up. Oh, and swimsuit sales went through the roof. If ever you're feeling hot and bothered, we're the cure. We've come all the way from the burning desert to demonstrate the secret art of cooling down in even the hottest climates. Want to give it a try? What a spread. Oh, there's no doubt about it. This is the single greatest party I've ever been to in my puff. Now, if you didn't mind, I'm off to search for a wee dram. Lord Robert, you look like a man half your age. Maybe you could let me in on your secret mail. One day. Oh, what's going on? Only had a wee drop to wet my whistle, and now I'm staggering around the place. I thought it was made of sterner stuff than this. Happy birthday, Lord Robert. We have come to congratulate you on this auspicious day on behalf of all the men, women, and children of Sifilheim. In truth, I have long wanted to meet you, a man who can only be adequately described as a living legend. All the scholars of Sifilheim have been inspired by your vast learning. Many happy returns of the day. In truth, I was most eager to meet you in person, Lord Robert, and congratulations on your astounding skills as a sleuth. Unless I am very much mistaken, you were inspired by Chapter 3 of the Ancient Chronicles of Now What. Truly, the breadth of your erudition is awe-inspiring. I do not wish to exaggerate, but were you ever to write a record of all the knowledge you have acquired in your life, I'm sure it would amount to enough volumes to fill every library in the world twice over. Hello. Happy birthday, old friend. There shall be many more yet. Of that I have no doubt. And thank you once again for your invaluable advice regarding that terrible blue orb business. When we told the suspect that the orb was a fake, the culprit was so shocked that he collapsed in a tearful heap on the floor. It really was the most marvelous ruse. Come on, Gramps, follow me. Everyone loves you, Grandpa. All the scholars were telling how clever you are. You're amazing. Oh, get away with you. I don't want to get a big head. But it wouldn't be a bad idea for you to mix with those bookish types, Fred. King has to know a lot of things. I'll show you, Grandpa. I'm going to study hard until I know as much as you do. Let's go over there. Come on, Grandpa. Let me go and talk to these people. Well-wishers have gathered from every corner of the land to celebrate your birthday with you. There could be no clearer display of the high esteem you are held in. Fred wants to take his Grandpa around and show him off to everybody. Don't keep him waiting, will you, Father? Is gigantesco, see? Is the idea of young Fred to present you with the giant cake. You must try a slice, senor. Look, Grandpa, look at all those beautiful girls. Aye, there isn't any doubt you take after your old Grandpa. What do you mean? Never you mind, laddie. You'll find out soon enough. Alright, now let's see what's over there. Come on, Grandpa. Wow, look at his muscles. He looks so strong. I want to look like that one day. Well, I didn't know if you'll look quite like that, but you'll be tough, alright? You're my grandson, after all, and I'm no pushover. Yeah, I can't wait to grow up and be big and strong, just like you, Grandpa. I'll protect everyone in Dundersill, you and me and Dad. It's been lots of fun walking around with you, Grandpa, but I'm getting hungry. I know, how about a slice of cake? It was my idea to have the biggest birthday cake ever.
How are you enjoying the party?
It's so much fun.
So Dundersill hasn't been destroyed, and Eleanor and Erwin are living here happily with a boy. Well, whatever this place is, whatever's going on, I know it can't be real.
This is for Grandpa.
That's nice.
My golly, I could stay here forever.
Oh. Give me a moment while I close my window, because apparently there's a thunderstorm rolling in, and I don't want that noise. Alright, I'm back.
Oh, my poor wee soldier's fallen down. Oh, there, wee man. There's no need for that. That's it. It's all coming back to me. We were defeated, and then the darkness came. When I awoke, I was all alone. I prayed that my pals were still alive, but I knew I couldn't rely on that. So I set out to find a way of taking on the Lord of Shadows by myself. Yes. So, I sought out Grandmaster Pang. I was trying to convince her to train me, but that means all this must be.
What's the matter, Grandpa?
I'm sorry, laddie. I've somewhere I need to be. Things I need to be doing.
Well, what? You mean you're leaving?
Aye, that's right. I hate to go. Really, I do. Maybe one day you'll understand. You be a good boy now. Something tells me you'll do just fine.
What's the matter, Your Majesty? Aren't seriously about to leave a party in full swing, are you? Boundless happiness awaits you here, you know. Joy, laughter, and all manner of wonderful surprises. Are you really willing to leave it all behind?
I can give you what you want, Your Majesty. But can I ask why you want it?
Because of more important things to be doing. There's a world needs saving while I'm dallying here in Dreamland. Lovely as it is. I should be toughening up, not going soft in the head. I need to be with Grandmaster Pang learning how to defeat the Lord of Shadows. And I need you to take me to her right now.
After all the effort I went to, honestly, do you think I like dressing up as a bunny-eared bimbo?
Grandmaster Pang! You can't be serious! It was you all along! Wait. This is...
When bright brand pours through heaven's door, the sun shall rise over the darkened skies. I'm sorry, I'm having burps, and banish night with holy light.
Welcome to the place where lost souls gather. The place between worlds. This is the void. And you are courageous indeed to have ventured here. Not all of my students would dare.
It's an honor to see you again, Grandmaster.
Contentment is complacency. Happiness is inertia. You did well to refuse its temptations.
So it was all a test then?
Indeed, it was. But you were not deceived by my illusions. You were not seduced by the fantasy of an easy escape. It's a start.
Yes! Passed with flying colors! So you'll train me, eh?
You still have not learned to listen, I see. I said it was a start. There is work to do yet if you are to prove yourself truly worthy.
You what?
You must show me that you have not been neglectful of your training. That you have been diligent in your daily practice. And there's only one way to truly make sure of that.
What? Not the naughty stick! And you've taken to wielding two of them, I see! Oh, Crivens, I'll no get out of this without a bruise or two. But If that's what it takes, then so be it. Do your worst. Yeah.
Let us begin.
Grandmaster Pang draws near.
Take care now.
You must use every tool at your disposal. Or else.
Okay, do I have any buffs? I have Insulate and Bounce. Protect single party member from breath attacks. Okay. And I have Blunt to reset the enemy's attack. Let me go on lower defense.
I almost feel bad about this.
Meanwhile, Thunder. Zamal.
By the power of the darkness!
Oofus. Okay, time for a more heal.
Let's get you patched up.
I'll let you up this time.
Of course you would be enthralled. Ah, you fucking dangus. Wait, is it bedazzlement or... view party status. I can't see that. Okay. Oh no, he's not enthralled anymore actually. Okay.
Do you believe you have what it takes to defeat me?
Okay, so now she goes into spellcaster mode. Anti-magic. Huh. I totally forgot that this was a thing. I think I want to go and do anti-magic. Of course she isn't affected.
All upon the dark.
Ow. That's a sizable amount of damage you're doing to me. I do have this over here. Rabbit's an affected. Nice. Ba-da-bam.
You must use every tool at your disposal.
And now she goes to sword stance again. Alright. Not whack, that's not gonna do jack shit.
Surrender your soul!
I've held back until now. But no.
Second auto attributes go up.
Work is not
Brings in
done.
backup? That's cheating. Ow. I think it might be a good idea for me to go and heal.
Safety first.
This is an almighty ability. You're gonna use Fizzle against it. Which gets a flick. I pepped up, perfect timing. Let's go with a Zamal against this guy. Critical spell. One shot. She's gonna hit me with something really nasty. Do I have? No, I don't have. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna go for Zamal then. I'm pepped up, so... That was fine. Now let's go into the Zamal. I can attack you once more.
Let the darkness consume you!
And now I get to heal, because otherwise I'm gonna die. Ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba.
Not yet.
Nice, the critical hit missed. That's freaking awesome. Right. Zamal.
Hey!
Perhaps you have not been as lazy as I feared. But you are still not ready.
Wait.
Still, your resolve is clear. You have shown me how much you are willing to endure in order to take on the Lord of Shadows. Perhaps you are as ready as you'll ever be.
You're serious? You mean it's time?
It is. You will be trained in the most closely guarded secrets of our art. But were you to undergo the full course of study, the physical body you have left behind would wither and die. As such, your training must be accelerated, and the work of years condensed into mere days. But it will not be easy. Are you ready to open the gates of hell and see what lies beyond? You had better be.
You bet I am! I've the best teacher there is to guide me, and I'll gladly follow her wherever she leads me.
I am very happy to hear it.
By the way, the whole bunny girl thing, you were more than a mite convincing, Grandmaster, I have to say. I could have sworn you'd swaned in straight off the cover of a vintage issue of the Oldler's Digest.
There is more to me than meets the eye, you know. I, too, was young once upon a time.
Hang on a minute. What do you mean by that exactly?
Do not question your master! You have training to be doing. We will make it easy to begin with. 10,000 press-ups. On your knuckles.
10,000! Oh yeah!
I think that's it, right? Yep. Alright, my friends, that's gonna be it. Hope you enjoyed this episode of I was playing Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age, and next episode we're gonna go and see what happens next. Goodbye.